My loving greetings, Vanakkam, Namaste, Prem, Namaskar to one and all of you. Welcome to the Monday Sadhana program. And once again, I trust that you will enjoy an incredibly beautiful journey with me. And today I'm taking you into a journey about the koshas. But before we commence, shall we just sit comfortably with our spine erect, gently close our eyes, and we're going to do some meditative, conscious breathing. You're going to breathe in slowly, deeply, with long breaths through the nostrils, and breathe out slowly and fully through the nostrils. But all your attention and your concentration must be on your breathing. We're going to do this to help us to ground ourselves into a state of relaxation. So shall we commence? We'll go on for a few moments. Now we can take a deep breath through the nostrils, and with your outward breath, we will chant Om. But concentrate on the breathing and the chant. So it has to be very meditative. So let's begin. We'll do this 5 times. You may now gently open your eyes. What are koshas? Koshas are the sheaths or the covering of the Atma or soul. Koshas are the metaphorical or energetic layers around the soul. It is like the layers of the onion. As you peel the layers, you eventually come to nothing. There is nothing because the soul is not a physical entity. The soul is not visible because the soul is a spirit being. And therefore, when you come to the last layer taken out, you won't even see. The 5 sheaths that Guru Swamigal talks about are the Annamaya Kosha, the Pranamaya Kosha, the Manormaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya kosha. These are the 5 sheaths that cover the soul, and the soul is within these 5 sheaths. So Annamaya kosha, this is the first body. Anna refers to food body. It's a physical body or food body and includes bones, tissues, fluids, and physical senses. The body has 5 elements. The body is made up of 5 elements: matter, water, fire, air, and space. And the universe is also made up of 5 elements: matter, water, fire, air, and space. So the body is in the universe and the universe is in the body. There is an inevitable and inextricable link between the universe and the body in terms of its composition. So what we need to understand, the universe provides the food. The food comes from Mother Earth. And the food is responsible for the development of this body. What we were when we were 2-year-old to what we are now is a remarkable difference in terms of the body structure. But the body has developed and grown as a result of the food that we have taken in and the air that we're breathing from the universe. So it comes from the universe. And the universe is responsible for the development of the body to the extent it has developed. So we need to understand the inevitable relationship between the body and the universe. And the body is the Annamaya kosha that surrounds the soul. So food must be eaten with sacredness because it is energy. And when you connect with food and you eat, you must be able to experience the food. Therefore, all your attention must be on the food you're eating. And you must feel the energy, experience the energy of the food, the color of the food, the texture of the food, the aroma of the food. Because that's what makes up this Annamaya kosha, this body that sustains the life within. The entire universe was responsible for making the food. If you look at the farmer, in the farms, the farm workers, they work there in the farm to sow the seeds, to manure it, to water it before the food even grows. So the soil will also have to be enriched. Even the earthworms play a part in the soil. The sun provides the light, and the rain provides the water to sustain and to enable the food to grow. All the vegetable and the fruit that we eat sustains us. So the rain, the sun, the earthworm, the soil, the farm workers and the farmers are all responsible for the food that we eat. But then it goes beyond that. The food has to be transported from the farm to the wholesale outlet. So the wholesaler has a role to play. The transport company has a role to play. And even the transport from the wholesale to the retail outlet has a role to play. And in the retail shops, you have the workers are working there, they're setting up all the fruit and vegetable, the food that is displayed for sale. The cashiers are involved there. And then the members of your family will have to go to the shop to buy the food item. They are also part of it. Your mother at home cooks the meals, and she is also part of the... So there is a network of people and processes for the food to be, before it is eaten and before it helps this body in its development and its growth to what it is now. And therefore, we have to live in this appreciation for the network of people and processes that is contributing to the development of your body. And this is the Annamaya kosha that is responsible. Then there is the other thing, which is the chakras in the body. There is what is known as the Manipura chakra in the navel area. This is the digestive fire, and is responsible for the digestion of the food, the breakdown of the food, and the assimilation of the food. All that happens there in the digestive system, the Manipura chakra is the digestive fire that helps to in the digestive system for all the processes to take place. Then this body is also responsible for the breath that we take. This body, we breathe consciously. And as we breathe consciously, the lungs fill up. But the body is responsible for the breathing that is happening so consciously. And sometimes you're not even aware, or you do not make an effort in your breathing. It is so spontaneous. Therefore, we have to walk with consciously taking care of this body. Our grandparents walked bare feet and felt the energy of the earth. They walked bare feet all over, and they felt the energy of the earth. And therefore, they were able to sustain their bodies in a very good condition right up to old age, because their energy was in oneness and synergy with the energy of the universe. But we do not walk bare feet to feel that connectedness of that energy. Then yoga asanas keeps this kosha healthy and can be used to treat problems that arise in the body. So if there is a headache, for instance, if you do Nindra Koku Asanam, that is a standing crane pose, part of that pose is where you bend down, your head will be hanging down, and your hands will be hanging down, and your whole body will be bent. That pose and the posture creates the flow of blood to the brain and throughout the head. So what happens is the migraine headache then becomes mitigated and the headache slowly disappears. So it is different asanas impact on different parts of the body and in different problems that the body experiences. But that is a program on its own. So pranamaya kosha is the energetic body or body of breath. This is the next one, prana. Prana is energy. This is the life force that bridges the physical body to the more abstract body of the mind, wisdom, and heartfelt connections. So it's a bridging, the pranamaya kosha. And the pranamaya kosha is also the sheath, that is the vital force in the body, is the prana, the energy. And the universe is also made up of prana, pranic energy. And there is pranic energy in the body. And the chakra system, Guru Swami refers to Mula Adhara in the perennial region, Swadhisthana in the groin area, Manipura chakra in the navel area, Anahata heart center, Vishuddhi chakra by throat, Agnya chakra in the space between your eyebrows, and Sahasrara chakra on the top. Guru Swami refers to all these chakras. And all these chakras are spinning discs of energy. So there is pranic energy in the chakras. And when we do pranayama, we take in the pranic energy of the universe into our system. It goes into the chakras, and there they are processed before they are distributed throughout the body through the nadis, which is a network of distribution channels. And it is like a network of electrical wires spreading throughout the body, transporting the energy throughout the body, the pranic energy. So this is a complex system. Like for instance, your chakras itself is compared to, let's look at a comparison. Electricity is generated wherever there is falling water or rising steam. There is energy generated, and that energy is then trapped by huge turbines that are turning, and the energy is then transported to the transformers. The transformers convert the strength of that energy, and it is then stored in accumulators. And from the accumulators, it is transported through transmission lines to your home. And the same energy, after it has been converted, transported to your home, it manifests as light in the bulb, cold in the fridge, heat in the stove, and all other manifestations. So, likewise, when we are doing pranayamam, when we're breathing heavily like this motion of the chest is the turbine that is turning. And when that turbine is turning in this pranayamam, the energy, the pranic energy from the universe is brought to the chakras. And the chakras act as both transformers and accumulators. They convert the strength of the energy and they store energy. They convert the strength of the energy because if the raw energy from the universe is then transported to the organs and tissues in the body, they could cause damage in the body. So what happens is, by converting it to a strength that is compatible to the organs in the body, right? And then through transmission lines, that is the nadis, they then distributed throughout the body after conversion, and they're also stored in the chakras, and the chakras are spinning discs of energy. So we need to understand this complex operation of the chakras and sustaining the pranamaya kosha in the body. So we need to also understand the universe is made up of this pranic energy, the prana, and the prana also keeps us alive. The active breathing activates the chakras. Then we go on to the manormaya kosha. This is the mental and emotional body. This is the home of the mind as well as the inner and outer experiences and expressions of emotions and feelings. Two forces in human consciousness are God consciousness and I consciousness. I consciousness leads to addiction and craving. So I consciousness is a result of anavam, your ego and egocentric desires. And because of that, you live in a state of I consciousness. And because you live in a state of I consciousness, you experience addiction and craving, and you want to fulfillment of desires and all that. But in God consciousness, you do not have the addiction and the craving. You want to live in oneness and synergy with God. You want to embrace all life forms. You want to embrace humanity. And you feel connected to the universe because you understand the inevitable link between your body and the universe and the air that we breathe and the body. So all this interconnected, and you understand it, and you become part of you. You have it is an experiential wisdom, not intellectual understanding. Just it's an experiential wisdom. So, and that is because you live in that wisdom, you live in the present moment, you're connected with every activity of life, and therefore you experience everything. Because when you are thinking, you're not experiencing. When you're experiencing, you're not thinking. And for a person, eye consciousness, they are constantly thinking about what they want to do, what they want to achieve, what they want to gather around them. So, but in a person, God consciousness is always in a state of experience because he's connected to every activity of life. And a person in God consciousness does not is life resonates at a high level of consciousness and is in a beautiful space, and there is no suffering, is in a beautiful inner state as well. So, but all problems of the mind are experienced in eye consciousness, like storytelling in the mind, judgmental nature of the mind, invasive thoughts that are impure, ignoble, and evil that are flooding the mind. So all that happens in eye consciousness. So, and every form of craving that we have in this eye consciousness affects the body. So, and we end up living in stressful states instead of living in beautiful states. You can either live in a beautiful inner state, or you can live in a stressful state where you experience anger, hatred, envy, jealousy, and all these things affect you. And because of the inner state you are in, every problem in the external world is affecting you. But if you relate to every problem of this world from a beautiful state, then they would not affect you to the extent the stressful state does. And because we're in eye consciousness state, we also visit all painful memories of the past. And we affect all our systems and overall health. And we also experience psychosomatic diseases. So we need to understand all this. And therefore, we move on to living into God conscious state. We need to gravitate our lives towards God in rolling out our lives in this world. Then the Viknamaya kosha. This is the wisdom body. And this is where we develop and maintain belief systems and consciously and unconsciously craft our personal narrative in life. We nurture and move into beautiful inner states, Vijnanamaya kosha, and we resonate at a high level of consciousness because of the wisdom body. You know, we have Arivu, Unarvu. Arivu is knowledge, Unarvu is the experience. And in this experience, you have wisdom. And that experiential wisdom is this Vijnamaya kosha. Right? We resonate at a high level of consciousness because of the wisdom emanating from experience. So we move into awakening states. And we can also move into enlightenment. And then we move on to the Anandamaya kosha. This is the innermost sheath and the bliss body. Anandam is bliss. And it is a subtle connection. We develop causeless love. And causeless love means you love everyone and all creatures without having a reason to love and without expectation of someone loving you back. So you have this causeless love in this whole universe. And because of this causeless love, You are very, very compassion for all beings of this world. And this kosha also represents unending joy. It is like causeless joy. You experience joy all the time, peace and complete happiness. And even in the face of adversity, you'll still experience inner peace, inner joy, and inner love. Because it is what you are in the inside. And because of that inner joy and the causeless love, there's a deep connection with the universe and with the people around you. For instance, if one person is sick in the family, it affects everybody else in the family, because your Anandamaya kosha is so developed and your heart is flowering, it's opening up with amazing love for everyone, and you can experience how the other is feeling. And then you have this connection with the universe. You'll understand that all things in the universe are intimately and intricately interconnected. Realizing this interconnection will make us more responsible to enable us to maintain a balance in nature. When you discover love and joy, you will start affecting thousands of people across the world. When you start experiencing the causeless love, causeless joy, you resonate at a high level of consciousness. You are in this beautiful state. Your level of consciousness will affect the level of consciousness of your family, your loved ones. It will then start filtering further. You'll affect the community, the people at work, whoever you associate with, whoever you're linked with. It'll start affecting the country and even worldwide. So more and more people living in this state, in a beautiful state, resonating at a high level of consciousness, more and more people spread out throughout the world can impact on the level of consciousness of the whole world, of humanity. And all the problems we experience in the world, the natural disasters, is as a result of humanity's suffering and how they abuse the elements of nature. The elements of nature respond in the form of natural disasters. But if humanity can find peace with the elements of nature, humanity can see the energy of the universe, can see the interconnectedness with the universe and themselves, and they show love and respect to the elements of nature, then we can change the consciousness of the universe. The natural disasters will start subsiding, coming down. It all depends upon what we do. But humanity in general are not connected with the universe, and therefore we have all these problems. So when we discover love and joy, we will start affecting thousands of people across the world. And as you live in one conscious state, you will continually impact on all the lives of the people around you. A person in one conscious state will experience inner joy even if he is going through distress in life. He may be going through problems and challenges in life, but he will still be in a one conscious state with God, in a beautiful state. Your state of joy is affecting people all over the world, and you need to understand that. It will affect them in a very powerful way. So let us just sit comfortably with the spine erect. We'll go into a state of contemplation. Close your eyes. And now you contemplate on one. Do you experience your food when you're eating, or do you eat mechanically with your mind absorbed in other activity and you are eating mechanically? Or do you concentrate on your food, experience your food, the texture, the color, the taste, the aroma? Take a moment and contemplate on that. Do you walk consciously? Guru Swamigal, when he walked, he should look down because he did not want to kill any life form. When he walks, he will avoid tramping any ants and insects on the floor. And that's how conscious he was when he was walking. But do you as a person walk consciously, aware of the environment, aware of the beautiful nature around you? Do you breathe consciously, realizing that the energy in your breath is sustaining your life, sustaining this body? And do you do pranayamam, the scientific art of mastering the breath? Do you activate your pranamaya kosha and your chakras through the practice of pranayama? Do you take care of your body through yoga? Are you living in I consciousness or God consciousness? Are you full of ego and egocentric desires? Or are you conscious of mitigating the impact of the ego in your life? Or do you feel deeply connected with God in your day-to-day experience of life? Are you experiencing any kind of craving or addiction? Or are you free from any craving and addiction? Are you in a stressful state? A painful inner state? Or are you in a beautiful, peaceful inner state? Are you experiencing inner suffering because of all the problems that you're confronted with? Or are you moving into a state of awakening or enlightenment? Are you in a blissful state experiencing joy, peace, and happiness? Or are you affected by stress, tension, anxiety, anguish, and all the negative emotions? Now that you've identified exactly what is happening in your life, we will try and activate the Agnya chakra, which is the space between your eyebrows, by chanting Om. And this Om, where you hear the three sounds distinctly, A-U-M, and it is recited like this. We're going to chant this 5 times, all of us together, to activate the Agnya chakra and help your inner world. Let us begin. You can relax and we will continue with meditation. So continue to sit upright with the chakras in alignment with your eyes closed. We breathe with slow, long breaths through the nostrils to center yourselves into a state of relaxation. Continue to breathe through your nostrils slowly with long breaths to ground yourself into this beautiful state of relaxation. Now let us breathe in, raising our hands, taking in the energy of the universe. And as we bring our palms together, we lower the palm and we start breathing out, and we start pushing out all our anxiety, anguish, negative emotions, just stress and tension out into the universe. And we breathe out. We breathe in, raising our hands up, taking in the energy of the universe. And as we breathe out, we lower our hands and we start pushing out all our stress, tension, anxiety, anguish, and all our negative emotions into the universe. So let us continue doing this process a few times. Now breathe normally. Visualize a bright, beautiful, and brilliant flame or light at the space between your eyebrows. This is the seat of consciousness. This flame or light is the Shakti, the manifestation of the Supreme Reality. Feel and experience the energy and vibrations of this light at your eyebrow center. As you are watching and experiencing this flame, chant the mantra Aham. We will do it together. Take a deep breath in, and with your outward breath, we'll chant Aham. But connect with the light, experience the light, and feel its energy and vibrations. Aham. 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 Now say to yourself in a soft tone, I am deathless consciousness. We will do this 5 times. I am deathless consciousness. 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 Now, we'll say to yourself in a soft tone, I am eternal consciousness. 5 times. I am eternal consciousness. 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 And now say to yourself in a soft tone, I am pure awareness. 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 And now say to yourself in a soft tone, I am limitlessness. 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 It is your divinity in the form of this beautiful effulgence that is illuminating your inner world and beautifying your outer world. Immerse yourself in this inner effulgence, and your life will elevate itself to resonate at a high level of consciousness. Now take the flame to the center of your brain and ground it there. You now can gravitate to a limitless field of consciousness where there are infinite possibilities. Experience the power, the energy, and the vibrations of your inner divinity as I chant the sacred mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Slowly you come back to your body. You become aware of your mind. You listen to your breathing as you become grounded. And you take a deep breath in through your nostrils to become completely grounded. Bring your palms together in front of your heart and give thanks and gratitude to God. for journeying with you throughout this program. And when you are ready, you can gently open your eyes. Thank you very much to all of you for going through this journey in this Monday sadhana. And I trust that by persevering and connecting with these programs, you'll make a phenomenal impact on the quality of your life. These sadhanas are life-changing, and if it is done sincerely with a lot of commitment, dedication, concentration, you'll experience the transformation in your life. You can feel the transformation in your life. So encourage even your family members, your neighbors, your friends to join in. And you could also subscribe to this channel, this YouTube channel, to enable you to receive notifications of all subsequent programs. So till we meet again online, God bless you, God be with you. May you find joy in your hearts, peace in your minds, and bliss in your lives. Om Tirchitrambalam. Thank you.